Welcome to the wonderful world of competitive Team Fortress 2. Tonight, you're watching it on Print Stream, the secondary stream under the Essentials TF banner. And that means that we do have 2 games, maybe even 3 games, going off tonight, all happening at the same time. You can find all of this over in the Team Fortress tab, or you can find it all over Team Fortress TV, or you can find it all over on the Essentials TF social media. But in this stream, in this channel, we've got a bit of a marathon ender. Or you could think of it as like a victory lap. It really depends on our 2 teams tonight. Yes, this is week 7 of our huge ETF2L 6v6 Winter 2025 coverage. And we're at the tail end here. And my God, have I taken someone out of the running of the show and actually put him to run off his mouth. It's J-Max. Chill. How are we doing, sir?
I am good. I am very good. I am excited to see what we're going to get tonight. Like you said, this is the final week of one of the most stacked seasons in a long time, and it's anything could happen. We have MANDEM on one side, who have already secured a playoff spot, almost certain to be in that upper bracket final, and on the other side we have Venomcrest, fresh off a 3rd place at Uberfest, the Chaos Merchants. Like you said, there are a lot of games happening tonight. Forget about them. Watch this.
Yeah, you found it. You found the golden treasure. This is the game that kind of matters in a way, but I'll level with you, J-Max. It has to be quite the Cinderella story tonight. We can't have any sort of sleeping beauties. We need Cinderellas to be crowned here if Venomcrest want to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, they need to win tonight, and then they need some quite specific results to go their way on, I believe, Sunday's game. So it all starts here. We can see that Venomcrest decided to start on product, and MANDEM took Snakewater as our second map. So
yeah, you're completely right, J-Max. They're so excited to play those maps. They've launched straight into your monologue, cutting out any sort of like highlight. We're going straight into product. We're just to kind of keep it skinny here. Whoever wins all the maps gets in the playoffs for Venomcrest or Anticide. So no pressure, Venomcrest. Okay. What's happening on mid so far? Nothing. It's a regular sort of season of product where both teams don't really want to throw their first suicidal player into the mix. It will be Horns going in eventually, but he's going to go for a direct behind play, and he's turned a couple of heads, including Juno's, who ends up getting collapsed upon by the entirety of MANDEM. And my God, Venomcrest kind of playing kind of pussy.
But both scouts are running in now. Horns couldn't get anything, but Eon is forced out so far back. Are they going to get... Uppy doesn't have! She's been run out by the scouts. She gets her Ruba. You use. Surely you use.
Oh my God. She's not wrong. She's actually going to kill that KN. Yeah, KN doing a little switcheroo. He's on the scout class. Usually he's playing a soldier class, but it's because they're rocking Vardu on sniper. That probably explains why they were playing so passively on that previous mid. And I guess they're just hoping for the sniper gameplay to bail them out on this.
They're not. Vardu explodes. I have no idea how Uppy survived that, but they now have a full Uber advantage, and Venomcrest are just going to be throwing bodies at this, surely.
I mean, they can see Eon though, so if they feel like it's right in the water... Oh my God, Eon dropping boulders. KN just kind of manning up. He's not only a soldier main, he's a scout main. And now they're going to crawl upon Yak. He's going to get taken out, but that's an Uber charge down for MANDEM.
Yak doesn't care about that. They have a full 50% Uber advantage. He's back in 2 seconds. They're just going to walk this classic sniper forward. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah, this gun, I don't know, man. I think Von is going to have to do some major convince for me. What you can say about the classic is you're very spatial aware. You know who's jumping you. You can see all the, basically the finite spaces of your play, because obviously you can charge it up whilst you're kind of zoomed out.
And on product, that is incredibly useful, because the one of 2 responses, as the Uber does get forced out, Junu on the point now, charging. Can they take out Uppy?
Ooh.
Can they take her out? Dodges 1 pipe, dodges a second. Not going to go down, and now 80% Uber advantage. They're coming running back in. The sniper's gone down. Spam's coming out. Bombs are coming out. They've just forced Venomcrest back.
Oh, they did. They finally get Uppy in during all of this chaos, but keep in mind, they did use the Uber, but poor Venomcrest didn't get any capture time during all that. All of that is ticking away on the MANDEM clock.
more than 2 minutes now in MANDEM's favor. Zams goes down. That is going to be a good first start. That is really going to stint the defense. And if they get the cap here, nope, they're contesting. MANDEM are contesting for the capture, but that just means that it takes longer for their players to respawn. Is this an ego play? Do they want it to be perfect?
This is pretty bad, to be honest. I think they were hoping to get maybe a kill on Eon, but everyone seems a bit spread on objectives here. Sure, you kind of delay the cap for a mere couple of seconds, but you know that is just mere like 1/30th of the entire objective that they need to really pull off out of against Venomcrest. I don't really see the point in blocking, but they're going to have another try at it. They've got Uber charge though on Eon, so expect that Uber to come out immediately if they think they can get on top of Oppie.
One soldier bombs in behind second soldier. They get the force out. Now KN, not normally a scout player, charging forward with Chunu, but Oppie is so far back, so safe. Zams is just trapping this off. They're not getting anywhere near them, and now MANDEM, they have full Uber advantage. They have 6 players up. There's not even a forward hold to stop them.
Yeah, I think the problem is they're rocking the snipe. They can't really afford to do a forward hold with one less player in the force. Vanu, though, making up for the fact that they don't hold forward. They want them to come out and reveal their heads. And poor Zams has been on the butt end of this this classic a few times now.
Yeah, that's at least the second time he's been taken down, and a demo is really not the player you want to be losing to that.
Oh, the trap? Potentially? Oh, I think Boredom might be aware of it. They pop off pretty early, though, over on MANDEM, but they're not taking the scout taxi. Ah, there we go. Eon's going to respond with his own Uber in kind, and the objective here, just get anybody with the guns, and then maybe you can clean up that medic in the, at the end of it, but
instead it's a good start, but runs from behind, gets one arrow shot onto the medic, doesn't get a second. That's a wipe.
You're seeing Vanu's impact here, J-Max. He's actually getting some kills here and there about Classic. I just thought this was kind of a mean weapon.
I hate to say it, but this might actually be the best sniper rifle on this map. There are one of two responses to a sniper. Either you counter-snipe or you double bomb them with a soldier. If you don't have the scope overlay blocking your view, you can see the soldiers coming at you, and right now they are coming at behind grass, bombing into China, and they trade out while the camp goes in MANDEM's favour. But there's no, this is a small Uber advantage for Venomcrest. Can they use it?
Poor Yak, he is left alone to the wolves. They're not really paying attention to him. Rons, though, jumps and immediately deals with Sniper. They're going to leave, I think, Junior to deal with that Rons behind. But during all of this, MANDEM is holding on to the cap, so they are getting some time to wait. If they can get into overtime, that is some happy territory for MANDEM, as it just means they can just cap it back and win the round.
The Uber is forced out from the side of Venomcrest, so, and it will go to overtime, like you say. This is now a full Uber charge coming in. Surely, Venomcrest didn't even get the cap. MANDEM just have to force them off the point, and they win this.
Well, they're going to get respawned a little bit quicker. Zam's falling down is a massive plus to start off this fight, and Horns is likely to follow as well, but they're unaware of Rons, and Rons actually gets taken out by Oppie, the crossbow! No heals for poor Venomcrest during all of this now. Can you really hold on to it for... Oh, they're playing greedy, actually. They want to get their respawners back before they actually
They have to get Eon back.
I mean, a lot of players, Temptation might have seen the overtime, will immediately start capping it point, but a nice bit of cool-headedness shown by Venomcrest there. So they get their respawners in quick time on this product map, but now they have an overcharge they have to deal with in these 30 seconds to come.
This is all on Vanu. You have to get some crucial pick as fast as you can to stunt this Uber in its tracks, because they're coming up to 90% now on MANDEM. They're just going to take this out from Cliff, survive the sticky trap they use immediately, bombing straight round. Venomcrest are bullied so far back. MANDEM are just going to sit in the point and try to defy the spam.
Cap. KN has entered the fight, and they're actually winning some of these skirmishes. The soldiers come in now. Both of the soldiers collapse onto the point. They just need to attack the territory, and the territory is theirs.
Venomcrest ended that round with 3 seconds away from overtime. MANDEM got 2 minutes on the clock before Venomcrest ever capped that. I mean, the point goes to MANDEM, but if you're Venomcrest, you have to take positives from that coming into this next round.
Yes, well, keep in mind this is the map pick for Venomcrest, so I also suspect to see a stronger showing in the first, but it's the first round, you know, beginner's luck here for MANDEM, and they're still rocking this sniper. They've not been put off by this classic play, so let's see if it can do just a bit better. And okay, we've shot the guns to the races. Rons has jumped immediately in, drawing some eyeballs and drawing these scouts to go across, push across the point. They find 2 kills and get some ground, but it is actually even Stevens between both of these teams. The difference though is Vanu is back in the corner. He can't really find that sniping pressure when he's pushed across the point like this.
No, and now that they're getting respawns, they're going to try and just walk this forward, use the sniper presence to force MANDEM out of those sight lines and into those locations where they can be spammed, but never mind, the Uber charge just comes out. Can't be sniped if you're invincible, and Tyram takes out Zams with their own Uber charge. Oh, this has gone so badly wrong for MANDEM.
Yeah, the difference maker here is that they got some kills during the Uber over on Venomcrest. It was very nicely played for the single Uber on Juno to find that scout just kind of sitting back on the flank area.
They have now decided, MANDEM, that the solution is now to counter-snipe. Haunts has come up on the sniper, so he's... Where is he looking at? I can't...
He's on China.
So he's on
right
China,
now.
counter-sniping China.
Yeah, so he should meet Vanu on this counter sniper. I still like this play, even if you feel like you're kind of a slightly unexperienced sniper. Another sniper to pressure the opposing sniper, despite the skill gap, is still very good.
It is, but Venomcrest...
Vanu has got to come to Zams again. Zams is just on the bad end of this sniper rifle. I wonder if Zam's best way to deal with the sniper is just to pretend it's not there. Just play normally, Blitz. But Haunts actually gets the kill onto Yak, giving some response in kind. Tyrion with a massive impact though. Not only cleans up Haunts, but gets a bonus scout kill to boot. And that, actually they're going to pop off the Uber charge. And Uber sniper, Junior's going to get the blunt end of this Uber charge to see what they can work with. But Zams has come back to the world of living. They're capping off the point now. Everyone's respawned, so it's good. There's a green light to go for this Uber capture, and let's see if they can set up their defense once again on Venomcrest.
They decided that the best defense is attack. Yak takes so much damage there, forced back so far. They're fighting for Cliff. They're fighting for everything, but Venomcrest never seem to have as much ground. Their grass is always being invaded by MANDEM, who right now are just sitting on the point with their combo, capping it up, while Venomcrest are forced back into their own choke, trying to survive.
Runs with some big impact there, staying alive for so long and just being on the back burner for these scouts to deal with. Oh, Ron's even get a bonus kill onto Kane as well. Vanu will kill Zams again. Feels like the free square on a bingo card, and Vanu even not going to get picked off there. Baits Rons into going aggressive on that sniper. And I think you're right on the money there. This evading grass player Rons is just causing them to lose that front line over and over again.
And the Uber charge now does come out from MANDEM. Balder gets the force out of Eon, forces them to multi. Inso now. Junu. Oh, nice. Junu takes out Uppy.
Why is Yak jumping in? He's frustrated at this sniper gameplay, and Wolves managed to get a crossbow clutch. Crossbow from Eon, keeping Yak alive. He needed that, and well, he still will go down, but that was a lot more kind of baited in by poor MANDEM to deal with this Yak Demoman.
I'm not sure if it's quite fair to say that MANDEM baited it in. Yak might have just wanted to go. No, Venomcrest are not a team that will play your rigid, structured TF2. They want to bomb. They're going to bomb. And right now, I think they're preparing for the counterattacks because they're sitting on a 40-50% Uber advantage as they just spam MANDEM out, trying to deny Haunts any sight lines. Tyram, 1 HP.
Tyram, not the favourite child of Eon, it seems. No crossbows for you, poor lad. And oh my god, they just spot Oppie, and they're like, well, this is some simple TF2. Pop, Uber, kill medic.
Hold W, get the kill. Zams now bombs in, trying to get Eon.
Inzo? Oh no, actually gets the kill. KN even goes down during all this mix. Keep in mind, Horns is still alive during all of this gameplay. Actually, he's going to get flanked by Yak. And, well, okay, he will go down. Juno, is that another free medic kill, please? Oh, not quite. Full health, basically. And Yak is going to go down as well, getting a bit aggressive. And Eon is back, but where are the rest of the troops? Oh, Vonu is actually taking out one of those troops. Press F to pay respect.
Doesn't like
gets
it,
another
bombs
kill. Ronz has gone behind hard on the way to actually deal with this Vonu sniper, and the classic actually hits him. It's a complete turnaround. What an annoying gun.
And while the classic hits him, Zams goes down to someone else, which probably doesn't feel like much of a difference, but Venomcrest, they're just sitting on the point, capping it up. They have about 10 seconds more. Uber charges are effectively even. I mean, which sniper gets to pick first? Who sets 1 foot wrong?
I mean, Horns is kind of tunnel visioning on that one part of the map, whilst the rest of MANDEM are finally going to take the fight to them. But the one soldier's lacking in all of this fight. Double Scout Chariot has entered the Colosseum, and they're just running them over. Poor Boulder, he's invincible, but he's not damaging anyone. He can't really find. He finally gets ganged up by 4 players in a back alley. He's going to go down. Pistol whipped, and Mons enters the fight. He's going to exit the fight, and a round has entered the board. It's 1-1. We've got a game.
We have a game indeed, and that was all Juno, I want to say. I've been talking about how MANDEM have been getting onto grass so freely. Juno shuts that down. 1, 2, 3 kills on the flank. Easy as you like for Venomcrest to run in and tie this match up.
Man, this Vonu classic is actually surprisingly impact. It's got to be pretty annoying, pretty hacky if your poor soldier jumps in and you just kind of get 150'd out of thin fucking air when you're that close. But let's see, it's another attempt. This time they're rocking the sniper counter from the get-go here on Monday.
Yeah, they've clearly decided that the classic is powerful. It has to be respected, and they're respecting it in the form of Horns. As soldier going behind onto Horns.
Oh, the kill gets the air shot as well. Juno is causing a ruckus in the flank. Actually, isn't receiving that much damage. A pipe onto Juno. Tyrion is still rocking about. Skill stick. Minecraft can't find anyone. Won't get any diamonds today. And, well, they will manage to... Actually, not going to cap off the point. They're going to delay just a little bit. Get their boy Yak up. Completely ignored Tyrion. You get back to the respawn queue, kid.
You can tell who's calling the shots on this team. I just don't understand. I think Venomcrest sent someone behind. All of MANDEM turned to look, and that left Uppy standing alone on the point, surrounded by Venomcrest players. That's not where you want your medic. That's not where your medic wants to be. That's not where Tyran wants to be, right in Horns' crosshairs.
Horns has actually switched to the other side. My god, you should stay on this side more often, Horns. They pop off Uber. This is a good way to counter the sniper, but they all take the scout taxi out and make sure that this Uber doesn't really have much impact. Ronz is in the behind of grass and will go down. I actually have to dedicate a medic to make sure they take out this pesky Ronz, but gets the job done at the end. And KN entering the fight once more. 1 scout versus the world, joined by a soldier now. Tyrion is going to get immediately gobbled up because playing the soldier class, and Yak is actually entering the fight too. But KN has finally been brought down during all this ruckus. Nice pipe though, not quite finding it. Keep in mind, Venomcrest again, that clock ticked away, tick, 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 as they are losing players, but they're not losing time. Ronz goes overextending a bit. Juno's going to gobble him up, and they do get capture time for that, for Ronz going aggressive, but they can claim this right back. They've got the advantage. They actually pop off Uber. They respond in kind on Neon, but there's a lot of people to multi during all this. Zams is tired of the classic, and he gets on top of Vonu, but he's now caught behind us. Demoman pick could still be quite impactful. Gets a nice pipe kill onto Juno. Eon somehow dies during all this. Horns is not being addressed. KN is going to go down. Where is poor Venomcrest?
They've managed to stop Ronz wreaking havoc on the flank, but that is leaving them totally open to Horns. You stop, it's like whack-a-mole. You stop one, another pops up and just domes your medic.
Oh,
Vonu will take out Inso at least, so the classic makes its presence felt yet again.
Look at where Horns is. Horns is all the way back at grass. He's on the box. Like, where's that? He's dealing with KM on the grass. But Horns might as well be in a different server right now. Just my average pub sniper experience in Horns' Prem gameplay.
I don't even want to look at Zam's logs after this. This is not going to be pretty. We talk about Venomcrest, sometimes they can go on tilt. Zams has always seemed fairly chill to me, but you've got to be tilting at this right now.
The only person showing their head forward is Yak. No consideration for his life. Tyram getting aggressive on the flank instead of the sniper this time. Gives a quick switcheroo. KM kind of, I would say, feeding to the wolves a little bit. They pop off Uber during all this. Vardu manages to kind of equalize things out against Haunts. They have to try and get out with this. Nice little surf from Eon though, but he's actually manning up. He wants to keep his scout alive. Who needs a medic when you've got a scout? But he will still go down. Eon is going to get punished for this. And one poor patient, Yak, was waiting for his heals the entire time just for him to get killed by Mandem. And KN, he's come back in. Mans up gets Zams, but I mean, I don't know if that helps in the big picture of things.
I think it does. I don't think they can forward hold now. They definitely can't. They have a sniper, and if you don't have a demo, then they've got nothing to stop Venomcrest pouring back out and probably just throwing themselves at Uppy, just throwing 4 players in to get that medic.
Yak going aggressive. Ron's not being addressed at all during all this. And they're not actually, nobody's really jumping the jugular to say that they've got quite a bit of damage on them, and they're gonna throw in Tyram now. This is a Hail Mary jump right on top of Haunts, will go down. So the sniper kind of working there for Mandem just by baiting that soldier in. Keep in mind, Vanu does get random kills here and there. He will actually get Yak a nice little force against Oppie, completely random, and yeah, they're out over on Vanu and company, and they are being paused.
That was... I didn't see that coming, and I don't think Mandem saw it coming either. Yak just flies in from the flank. I thought that Tyram's death was, a bit of a throw. Bombs in, goes to the air shot on the sniper, doesn't hit it this time. You can't really plan to hit an air shot. But then Mandem are all looking that way, and Yak pulls a rabbit out of a hat in the other direction and hits them in the face with it.
That was a very, high risk, high reward kind of play from Yak. But these are the sort of situations that how Venomcrest play, where they're very high risk, high reward. And I mean, if you just roll the dice enough here, J-Max, you're sometimes going to come up with some doubles.
Exactly. Maybe it's an ego play, maybe it's a tilt play, maybe it's Yak just saying, I've got this, and yeah, he does.
Yak has always got his own sort of philosophy, let's just say, on the Demoman class. Maybe values it a little less than what other Demomen in this world do, but who knows? They all called us crazy until, they were right. So let's see. It's obviously a pause at the end of a round. You could make estimations about whose round this could have been from that. But either way, either Mandem or Venomcrest are having a serious talk right now, a serious sort of recollect about how they can approach this product map, because something needs to change, it seems, between one of these two teams.
I'm just trying to think, if I'm in Mandem's shoes, how do you solve this? You were having some success sending Rons on the flank. He's now been shut down, and you can see that he's sitting on concrete more rather than trying to go for the deep plays onto grass. You've been having some success with the sniper, but not really enough to plan around, I think. And then every so often, Venomcrest just throw themselves into your face and, like I said, roll the dice. Sometimes they come up 6, so you have to find a way of stopping them rolling the dice in the first place, and I can't see anything immediately.
Well, what I can say about the Classic is I think sniper countering is actually surprisingly the way to go, because that gun does not headshot unless you fully charge it, whilst for Haunts, that's not the case. It's actually the opposite. You can headshot willy-nilly if you could just find the head. But yeah, so maybe the best way is not to throw these soldiers in who are actually quite vulnerable to just getting body shots and just losing all the momentum in the air to this Classic, and actually just going for the long shot gameplay. But it comes down a little bit to like Haunts, whether or not he can find these spots and find impact as well. Sure, there's times where he's like got these pretty wacky spots where you can stand back and definitely not die, but I'm not really feeling the impact of, like, say, like your average traditional sniper.
I mean, I'm confident that Haunts can make this work, but the problem is the moment you stop throwing your soldiers forwards to get those plays, you give Venomcrest the space for them to actually step into this. They're not being corralled into their own choke anymore. They are able to step forward, set up a bit more, and make those plays. So it's, and sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does. So it's very much a trade-off of how much space are you willing to give them, and do you think your more defensive posture will get more than the fact that a Yak team can be aggressive.
What do you think to the idea of Haunts maybe switching up and scout and getting one of these traditional scout sniper combos to switch to sniper?
I don't particularly like it. I know that we see it quite a lot because normally your scout is one of your scouts is your best sniper.
Hit scan is hit scan.
Hit scan is hit scan, exactly. But having 2 scouts on product to be able to deny those bombers, especially when Venomcrest are going for it so much, you want, I think, both scouts to be able to deny Tiram and Yak.
They are down one soldier though over on Venomcrest, so maybe the bombers aren't the problem. But then again, you also have KN kind of just like pastoring in and skill checking everybody. Is like, I think I can beat these 5 players on my own, and he just starts waltzing in.
Honestly, I feel like that's just the Venomcrest philosophy. Like, we're going to go in, we're going to skill check you. Sometimes they're the ones getting skill checked. Sometimes not.
So
this is
I can't twist your arm. I can't change your mind. These scouts stay scouts, and Haunts is going to stick on sniper.
I think these scouts should stay scout. I think Haunts maybe snipes, maybe goes back to the soldier. But we are seeing the round resuming now, and like you say, because they have 1 soldier and 2 scouts, Venomcrest are able to step forward, and the sniper is able to take another look.
Oh, Paul Juno gets picked off on the flank. Vano actually finding the kill onto Rons. He's more just like a body shot machine rather than a headshot machine. He's just there to offer little assistance to the team here and there. Pepper peoples. Kind of scouting out.
They'll lose Vano to Inso, who's still behind and might be threatening Eon, but they take Zams with that Uber. So this is a win right now for Venomcrest, as Inso chased down, runs into... Surely Eon Yugu's there, but he survives anyway. It's now MANDEM trying to contest the point, but they lose Boulder! They lose Boulder to the double scout combo, and they lose Junu having so much impact. Tiram now takes out Bronze. Who needs 2 soldiers when 1 can do just as well?
What the hell? Where were MANDEM during all that? Only Boulder was on the point fighting and contesting people. Where was the demo man? Where was the soldier? Were they scratching their asses in house?
I think Venomcrest just found the timing when MANDEM players were just respawning but hadn't yet arrived. Rons goes in, sent out immediately by Junu, who's on a 6k. Takes out Zams as well, cherry on the cake. Junu is kind of beasting.
Yeah, all the heals are being poured into the kid, and they've got 2 rounds now up against. This is where obviously the pause would have happened. I assume MANDEM made the pause, and they're making some heavy edits. And what does it look like at the end of these heavy edits? Haunts is still on Soldier. He's switched to Soldier, and we're going to go for some more classic TF2. No sniper for MANDEM. Vanu's still rocking, however, the classic for Venomcrest, and let's see how we start off in this mid. No one's going aggressive so far. They still just want to see if they can get this early pressure and easy pick before they go aggressive with MANDEM.
Yeah, they're just waiting. They send
Haunts picked out of the sky!
Anyway. The combo of MANDEM is running in at the same time. Boulder just tip of the spear into Venomcrest and doesn't really get much. Bronze now from Cliff.
Blue Vonu gets the kill onto Rons. Yak brought down super low, dodging crossbows like an expert. Vonu finding kills with KN in the back whilst everyone else is having a nice little heal party. And yeah, I mean, to say MANDEM had the advantage of going aggressive and thus kind of fighting around the point, they only claimed the point for 19 seconds.
Yeah, this is... They're trying to go aggressive, but Venomcrest seems just to have the solutions right now. So MANDEM now are going to be pushing back in. We'll see what they're going to do with this double soldier combo, as it does look like Maybe they want to take an Uber trade from Cliff,
Oh.
I think. Yep, they send Bronze in now.
So the Uber, Vons is usually brought into this Uber so he can jump against Varnu, but they've got so many people back to Hunter. My god, Oppie just kind of stacked upon. Tyrion brought down low, will return back to the world of the living, but now there's no medic. They can shoot everybody down there, kind of get aggressive, see if they can just find whatever kills they can. They're entering the blender right now. It's a Varnu buff sniper against 3 combat classes, and KN humoring the idea of going back in, won't actually dare do it. And god, if he saw the health of everybody, maybe he might have gone back in.
But you can lose every combat class you like on Venomcrest and it doesn't matter. You have Eon, you have a 50% Uber advantage. You just have to deal with Boulder and Inzo staring you down.
Yeah, they have no sniper as well to worry about, so if they just play this fight kind of simple and, you know, slow, they can just claim the point back here. Inzo isolated, Juno spent way too long, Tyrion bailing him out, finding that pick, and surviving against Haunt's bomb. Oh, Varnu even getting the kill against Rons in mid-air. These sort of turnaround fights, these sort of snipes out of absolute, just, you know, random pieces of the timeline is just not on the cards for poor MANDEM.
They just got minced in mid-air. Everything, I don't think they got more than 1 kill maybe. And now they're looking to come in, and it is even Ubers, but Venomcrest now have a few seconds more on the clock.
Oh, so we're going back into it. We've still got an Uber charge here for both teams. Ron's going to go play by Crass. They immediately send 3 players to maybe address this lad. Tyrion maybe brought down low, will get a health pack. They exchange Ubers during all of this. Haunts is kind of collapsed in on himself. He went into 4 players while these Ubers have been exchanged. I'm not really sure about that play there. The only thing he could have really fished was maybe a finish onto Tyrion, which is just a trade at the end of the day.
Yeah, and while all that was happening, they were trading Ubers, and so now no one has an Uber advantage. Venomcrest have the point, they have positioning, they have this sniper taking this wacky angle looking into Japan where MANDEM are about to push.
Oh, they get the kill onto Junu over on Concrete. Even find a bonus kill to KN. Yak is going to be easy pickings as well now, and Tyrion has to get out. Might not even be afforded that luxury, and Varnu, without his backbone, will manage to get 1 tradie kill, will go down, and even Tyrion gets caught out as well. The only saving grace is Eon kept himself alive during all this, so the Uber charge, Copium still lives.
It still lives indeed. Now I think they're just going to spam the point. I don't think you try to pressure this before your Uber charge comes up in about 2 seconds. So we'll see if they know that they actually have an advantage right now. But I don't think they're going to press it. They're just going to spam the point.
Oh, Zam was brought down low. Ignore Child. Ron's going for the simple bomb onto Yak. Will fail, however. Nice little skirmish from him. Was probably go down now. Couldn't quite find the last rocket on Horns to get the Yak kill. They exchanged Ubers during all this. Boulder brought down very low. Inzo hanging about for the post Uber. Can't find the scout kill either. And actually dedicates very hard. And they take out Oppie. They lose a demo man. This is looking from bad to worse here. Medics are overrated in the game of TF2. There's 2 very low players, 3 low players. Boulder hiding between the cracks and hoping to find some help.
Yeah, Rons does go down as he should have a long time ago. I don't know how.
They actually got a point.
Venomcrest come out on top, and now they have time advantage. They are sitting on map point of their pick. If they take this, this is not enough for playoffs, but if they win this, they're not out immediately, and
immediately killing Haunts. Yes, and Inzo getting brave on Concrete will maybe go down. Ron's trying to punish such a play, but he's probably going to get killed off now. And yeah, that's a player advantage for Venomcrest. Inzo trying to challenge these scouts. Oh my god, a medic take out for them early, and now they have to go for Eon Haunts. Oh my god, has he been denied? Well, what do we have here? Venomcrest win against MANDEM.
It feels like that last push attempt was just a microcosm of everything that happened during the sort of second half of the game. A 5-minute timeout was not enough for MANDEM to fix those problems, because they went in and 1 by 1, Venomcrest just... Everyone got 1 pick, and that's all you need, apparently.
I'm not sure if they surmised this over on Venomcrest, but I think the fact that they don't really have that ace sniper player that I'm seeing, or at least they didn't want to willingly bring out over on MANDEM, uh, they didn't really have that sort of countering impact. Usually I say usually, like the classic gets whipped out constantly, but this classic is not great against the counter sniper matchup. So you don't really feel too punished by the Haunt sniper, at least. And Haunt's reigning free isn't really the same as Vanu reigning free. And I think when they switched Haunts off into Soldier, it actually felt much worse.
Yeah, but I don't know if it felt worse though, because having the Soldier meant that they changed something in how they played necessarily, or just because having the Soldier meant they could play at a faster tempo and therefore die more. I don't know if the ratios were necessarily any better for them.
Well, okay, you weren't wrong. Yeah, I guess rocking the Soldier does make it faster because they lose faster. But that doesn't make it.
Yes. But if you have the sniper, though, you're sitting back, you're playing more defensively, you're still losing, but because you're in that more defensive position, you don't get picked off as quickly. Whereas you have the soldiers, you're bombing forward, and you're getting turned inside out. And oh god, these are not good numbers. These are not good numbers if you're a MANDEM fan.
I'm on my way. I'm loading logs ever so slowly. I've clicked on it. Let's see. Well, already look at the damage stat on Varnu. The classic is looking like a very attractive choice now for players, maybe. And keep in mind, this is not a refined classic player. Do you think Varnu is in the cave perfecting this strat? I think he probably just whipped it out. It's like, this gun's pretty good against those bombing soldiers, huh?
You say that, but this is Venomcrest, and so there's a 50% chance that they tossed a coin this morning and decided to play Classic, and a 50% chance they've been cooking this for months.
I fully believe that Varnu likes these wacky plays, just likes playing like there's some credence to playing some not TF2 in the TF2 that we usually see. And
yes,
it makes results like this. Obviously, people quite adapted and figured things out and hash things out. And also, I gotta give credit to the lad. He adapts to these weapons really quickly. Actually, feel because it's not an easy weapon to use. You load up your Uncle Topias and you start using the classic. You'll see what I mean. It is not an attractive weapon to use, but he sees the value in it, and it is to deal with these bombing soldiers. And yeah, credit to him.
and deal with them. It did. No, like you said right at the start, doesn't have that scope. You can see everyone that's coming at you. How do you counter a sniper on product? You throw a soldier at them. What if the sniper sees the soldiers? I think MANDEM just found out the answer to that one.
Yeah, it's a fantastic sort of switcheroo, and I'm really impressed with it. I think they were still mixing with the right answer on MANDEM. It just wasn't executed beautifully. I wonder now if teams might be a bit more pressured, like if you don't have that sort of ace take over the game sniper, where this might be felt a little more against those teams.
I think the problem was also that Junu was popping off with I think 31 frags over the course of that. So that is going to be worrying for MANDEM as we come on to Snakewater now, because if you have, I don't even know if Junu is a combo scout or a flank scout. I don't know if it even matters on Venomcrest, but if you just have that thorn in your side, you need to be worried.
I think Juno's usually playing on the flank. I think Varnu's, I believe, is usually quite classically pocket, or at least any time I listen to these guys that land, they're all yelling at Varnu, and I just assume that's a pocket scout right there. Only pocket scouts get yelled at like that.
Either pocket scouts get yelled at or do the yelling. There's no in between.
You're actually pretty accurate with that. Now, other things pretty accurate as well. Oppie not had a good game. She was suffering a bit. I think this is just I just didn't really feel who was the other scout? Enzo. Enzo was obviously just hanging out on his own a bit more, kind of getting pressured out by Yak. It seems like Yak was most of the time kind of pressuring the flank rather than any of these other players. It felt like, and I think they're completely fine with like dropping Yak. He's not the big deal. A big showing on KN as well. Like, would you have the opportunity to do this with one of your hit scan classes if your soldier couldn't just easily switch to a hit scan class and make good impact? I don't think so. So credit to him as well. Honestly,
Definitely.
Venomcrest kind of all coming together quite nicely. And Eon keeping himself alive during these sort of raids where the rest of Venomcrest are like feeding in and just kind of keeping the spine, the backbone of this entire play. I'm actually impressed. Tyrion was doing really well as well. Keep in mind, he's playing the soldier class on product, and this man's got a positive KDA. He was actually
What?
making some turnaround kills
That
during all
doesn't
this.
happen.
He was also not even like pussy playing. He was jumping in. He was going for the sniper class as well against Horns. So again, Venomcrest, mwah, beautiful TF2. I'm actually excited.
I think with all that being the case, I'm very excited for these Snakewater mids now, because we're going to get soldiers bombing in onto the medics. We're going to get scouts running forward to clean up the damage. We're going to find out, which medic can escape and which medic is going to be abandoned by their team. So I think as we go into map 2, which is Mandem's pick, I'm excited to find out the answer to those questions.
Keep in mind, Venomcrest need all the points here. They need to win this map if they want to get into playoffs, but they are coming up clutch so far in this match. But it's going to be a different breed over on the control point game mode. Let's see if Mandem can hold up to their pedigree here on Snakewater. Immediately, Tyrion is jumping in. Oh my god, an explosive mid already from Tyrion. Gets an air shot, gets behind, and actually brings back the rest of Mandem. Sure, they get the Tyrion kill, but they completely give up mid.
I mean, they kept Duppy alive, but that's about all you can say for that, because there were scenarios on products where that wasn't the case. But yeah, they've just bullied them back, and now they're just... Oh, but Horns
Jumping in on top of Eon, doesn't quite find the kill, however, and nice try, nice attempt. They're going to reset here over on Mandem, but when the dust settles, they still have a mid, and they don't over on Mandem.
Indeed. And I think now we might just settle into a bit of a stalemate as Juno now comes up on Sniper. So this is going to be a whole, I think, Sniper number 3 of the evening.
What loadout is this man using? No, it's just a regular sniper rifle. Boo! Boo! Boo this man!
But I think this is then just going to be much slower. We are going to have our first stalemate of the evening, I expect, as Venomcrest just wait to see what Juno can do.
And Mans is aware of it though, and he's gonna just jump out. I don't want to play this sniper gameplay, but he's allowing room for the sniper to work. Oh, sidelines an offbeat, 50 HP, can't quite find it though. Oh my god, the collapse coming in from Hordes, punishing this play. Everybody was supporting the sniper, but who's supporting the supports?
KN, immediately noticed, does not get anything.
The control point is being contested.
Well. Vanu is rocking the engineer. Okay, where are you going with this, Vanu? So they've already got stickies on the door, so I don't think his plays are going to be minimised just ever a little bit. Why is he on down again?
On the door anymore.
Why is he on down again? Is my HUD broken? Let me stream. What?
No, I think Eon is just dead. I think Teram and Yak are just dead. I think Mandem.
Oh my god, they're last. They're
knocking
at the door. They've actually killed Juno. There's nobody to fight. KN and the scout joined the point, but Ron's is going to get the easiest frags of his life. I'm telling you, Mandem are a different beast when it comes to their map picks.
Venomcrest opened the door. You had an engineer in the forward spawn door being spammed down by a sentry, and then your soldier and your demo respawn and walk into those stickies. That lost them the round there. We'll see if they can reroute for this next round, because the mid looked good. Can they do it again?
Beginner's luck here for Mandem, or maybe professional play as we go into it. Zams playing very confidently on a map like Snakewater. Usually these men get immediately minced. They're throwing one soldier and a half over on Venomcrest, and my god, they look a lot more commanding now over on Mandem.
They get lucky, but I think that's all they're going to get. Yak is may be escaping, but he's being chased down. He should not
Oh
live.
my god,
There's
he's
a
not
sword behind.
escaping, he's taking lives! He just manned up on boulder, got 2 manly pipes, and Ron's taking his time with it, realised time is on his side and will get the kill onto Yak. And Twisted story, this man actually hurts a bit longer if you lose your demo man this late, but they're going to come back into the fight over on second. Ron's already positioned himself to go for the sneak attack. They're pushing from Cheese to avoid any traps in gameplay, and Rons wants to come back and oh my god, did they actually get some kills over with the KN bomb? Tyrion is also hanging around at Sawmill as well to take abuse of that kind of flank area, and that's brought them back to mid.
It brought them back to mid, and they're still going because MANDEM have no soldiers to deny this. They've no spam to look at.
He's getting shot down. He's on the health pack. He will get punished, but Eon brought down dangerously low. If there was one more soul on top of Eon, that would have been a dead medic.
But Venomcrest is still going. They're fighting on the point while their med gets health. Surely you have to back out now that you're just getting spammed out.
Oh, no, the door!
Walk forward. Rons is piped down, but Horns is still in behind. Get Eon.
Oh my
Get
God,
Yak. Oh my god. KN, can you do anything?
Gentlemen, ladies, everyone, we are trying to find the S keys for poor Venomcrest. They seem to be lost. If you could find them, please return them to Venomcrest immediately, as these poor team members need to just learn to back out sometimes, J-Max.
This is Venomcrest. When you sign the contract, they come and take the S key out of your keyboard. These guys are going to go forward, and they're going to say, I'm a better player than you. And sometimes they're right. Oh, but the soldier in lobby. Runs. Tyrion at least gets one.
That's annoying. Tyrion survives during all this as well. So pushing with 5 players, it hasn't put off poor MANDEM, but now they're losing that just a little bit less bite. And they've actually got times for cap. I think that was Hordes rocking the pain train. They're not used to this capping power being laid out this quickly, and they just weren't prepared for it over on Venomcrest.
2 rounds in 6 minutes. I think Venomcrest expected a slow last hold. We'll hide in spawn. We'll defend ourselves. Nope. Nope. Cap the point. Win the round. All you need. And Venomcrest are not yet rocking any off classes. I am almost surprised. I kind of expected heavy to mid by now.
Nah, they don't seem to favour the heavy to mid on the Snakewater map. It's 2 rounds, but they were quick though. That does mean allowed for a lot of time to come back into this game. It is just only 2 rounds. Copium as, oh god, we're starting off with a scout kill on Barney very early off. Eon has been collapsed upon. Again, there is no S key, there is no backing out. They're just going to hit themselves against the wall, and they end up hitting the ground too. KM will go down very late. He's going to get a late respawn compared to the rest of his team. They're already setting up on last here over
Zam's already
on
setting up the spawn camp.
MANDEM.
Yeah,
2 soldiers on one door. This is looking more like a product by the minute. They actually have to break the forward hold of MANDEM. They throw in 1 soldier. They can't find the air shots. Will actually use the Uber charge. Yeah, you forgot about that, didn't you? Poor Venomcrest. ×2 cap. Soldier's going to enter the fray now, and they have managed to get through 1 door, but it's 2 combat classes against the world, and there we go. Picked off now. They're finished playing with their food, and they're cleaning up.
Can Venomcrest win mid? I think that's the only question now, because they're sending in their soldiers for aggression, but then MANDEM soldiers are just waddling round and taking out Eon. There it is. There's the heavy to mid.
There's the crits to mid as well. There's the pyro to mid. Alright, we're scrambling the jets now. Everybody get into just a funny shaped plane, and let's just see what sort of thing can hang out here over on this mid. Zams, he's not aware, he doesn't know the onslaught that's gonna come and turn up at this mid. Heavy weapons guy enters slowly, and they're playing very defensive now actually, but it's because they're rocking the pyro. They will get I think that was a reflect kill with Tyrion. I don't think it was quite a reflect, but it ended with a pyro kill. Horns challenging Juno will get the suicide, and what do you know, some wacky TF2 working out here. I can feel the forum post being made by the common pub man now, saying this is how you counter people. They're stuck. They had to use Uber. Boulder's immediately been cleaned up by a crit sticky though. Tyram is just walking in against the soldier class, will still go down, and ×1 cap will finally complete now from the heavy weapons guy. Yak has been air shot down, and Eon needs to find a new patient.
I think Yak hit his kill point there, so he didn't. So the death didn't.
Oh no, the
strike on
heavy,
log.
he's unsupported. He's gonna go down. Eon's gonna go
Eon
down
as
as
well.
well. I mean, anybody can pull out these wacky unlocks and get surprised here, but you're seeing the problem. They're not very self-sustaining. They don't work 100% of the time. They're not reliable.
I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that might have actually been a good solution to the mid. What do you do if you're getting bombed on mid and run over? Bring out a pyro and a heavy, two of the most defensive classes in the game. Unfortunately, when you just get run at, doesn't really work. And now Junu.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Junu's been like
Failed.
kind of smashed by these soldiers every time now. He's in different territory. He's not in open, spaces of product anymore. He's now in the confined spaces of Snakewater.
And this is a full Uber charge advantage against the crit Krieg. What are you going to do? The Uber charge does not come out. They get the sentry. They lock off one spawn door. Well, this is almost a crit. This has to be the crits of the map here.
Oh, the laser beams come out. Can't really find these last remaining players. Eon goes down by holding so far forward, and Tyram gets gobbled by these scouts.
Come on,
One
Barney.
scout
1v2.
left in the world.
No. Oh,
The anti-tight gameplay is not working for Venomcrest. The principles about TF2 are just not strong enough at this point. Their transitions, their little bits, they're kind of, one versus one versus one versus one is not working, I think, and they need to change it up.
It's everything that works well on product is now, or that you don't have to do on product, is now being shown up here.
Usually not many people double down on the unlocks, because usually you run out of unlocks at this point, but we've got the Dead Ringer Spy coming out for Venomcrest.
The pyro is hiding.
And Junu is very low, will feign death once, and now he's going to enter back into the fight during that. Tyram going on top of Oppie, actually not taking the fight against that. And they will lose one scout. That's a heavy weapons guy chipping down one lowly little demo man. Junu is trying to shank him from the front. It doesn't work out.
Gets nothing.
They can't find the Ron's kill. Ron's is taking the scenic route out, and they've completely cleanly got out of MANDEM. They have an Uber charge. Bolding is leading the charge. KN is taking the wrong flank ground. He's so slow though, can't find any of these players. Finally gets on top of them. It's the flanking demo man. Can you call it a flanking demo? Eon takes a very nice surf out and will keep running away. And Tyram tries to back up his boy, gets punched for it. And Junu now rocking with sniper class. My god.
Escaping? Junu does not get the med pick there, is not going to get a second chance. They're just running him down.
Junu, nice snipe, will get killed however, and Eon kept himself alive during all of this ruckus. In theory, should have the Crits Krieg before Oppie's Uber, but I'm not sure they're going to have a chance to use it. That's what? I don't even know the name of that gun.
I think it's the Righteous Bison.
You're
Which
right, it is the Righteous Bison.
is... I don't know if there's anything righteous about this anymore. Venomcrest, are they going to go for the crits play into lobby? Yes, they are! And it forces out the Uber charge. They will get runs for it, but they now have shiny players running at them. 3 times 0 is still nothing, and you're just losing every single one of your players, but MANDEM will back off. Is this mercy? Have the MANDEM been gambling all their Twitch points on Venomcrest?
Oh, and so almost put down there. And, well, I mean, I can't really sit here and tell you that Venomcrest are just trying their darnest right now. I don't think this is in the playbook where they start bringing out all these unlocks. I think maybe we're hitting a bit of category 10 tilt, and now we're just all having like a good little fun.
Yeah, Haunts is up on the spy, so
that's a mini sentry. I've just realised on the point as well. You have time to build a big sentry, but Varno's like, nah, man, mini sentry's where it's at. In the bush as well. Look at this sneaky gameplay.
Oh my god. The problem with hiding it in the bush is it does kind of have a bright red light on the top. But,
Oh, he's right. He's just moved into the regular entry spot. Well spotted. Okay. Okay. Haunts is on spy during all this. They rock the engineer
Engie
crits.
takes out the demo.
He actually gets the kill onto Inso as well. They're pushing out. Haunts got a wonderful view of it from last. He's unhooking now. He's shooting against Ken. He's got the Iron Man armor. How can you backstab this man through the armor?
I know we were saying that, category 10 tilt moment, this should be over. That was possibly the only thing that Venomcrest could have done to keep them
Not
in
the
this
mini
match.
sentry. Oh, yeah, he's going to get burned down. Tyramit is thrown in. Won't find a finishing kill on any of these beefy players. Juno finds no snipe. Going to get cleaned up as well.
Parachuting slowly down.
Actually gets a kill onto it.
The control point is being captured.
Eon is... Your medic is not a DM class, my friend. You're not winning that. And Vanu 1v6.
I've said this way too many times in my career, but get on the clown shoes, get on the clown pants, J-Max, get in the clown car, we're going to Clown Town. We're going to end this on a clowny evening. Oppie capping the point, putting us out of her misery. 5-0 is the score for Mandem.
So Venomcrest are definitively out of playoffs. Mandem, I think, have secured top 2, and Venomcrest, I think you need to go away, take the strat book, and maybe just refine it a little bit, because it almost works. There were times when it looked really good for Venomcrest, but then there were times when it just crumbled, and once it started, it kept crumbling.
Oh, you want me to add something to this charade? Okay, well...
Is there anything to add?
What do you want me to add? I think the greatest victory Yak has had here, he has to sit here fiending this VOD, and now has to make me sit here and justify whether or not any of these unlocks had an impact. Well, I'll give you a hot take. No, none of these unlocks did anything.
The classic did something.
Yeah, that's right. But I feel like they just drank from the juju of that just a bit too much, and they were like, "Wow, these are pretty good," and then start whipping them out. I genuinely feel like if Venomcrest, just tighten the nuts and bolts a bit on the little plays, they probably could have done a better Snakewater. But I think they kind of tilted just a little bit with it, and especially like yeah, I was just seeing some of the negative impacts of like, sure, you can rock a pyro and a heavy to mid, but then you're still playing heavy and pyro at the end of it. And then like maybe that must be pretty frustrating. They cracked the first mid though. So I wonder if they probably could have done a bit better, or maybe they just felt like they saw the writing on the walls and just went, yeah, let's not try anymore on Snakewater.
I wonder if Yak walking out of forward spawn straight onto Zam's sticky trap and dying about 90 seconds into the map was what sealed the deal and started the irrevocable tilt. We will never know, but I'm not sure I want to be in their comms.
Yeah, it's really hard. I think Venomcrest's style of gameplay, where they have a lot of YOLO solo heroes, hurts them the most on a map like CP, where you actually are surprisingly disconnected from the rest of your team. There is nobody there to kind of bail you out if some of these situations go awry, and it seems like Mandem were much more cooperative with one another. That's why you probably saw more of these players playing off, and some of these I don't know, some of these players weren't really working. I call them players, more just like little silly mistakes, like Juno just joining in randomly over on the grass area, dying to a sticky trap. Just random bits and deaths, people pushing out when they didn't really need to, or at least not waiting for one another. Ugh, it's a real shame, because that first product map was a real treat to see, but maybe that's just because product, you're kind of forced to work with each other because you're all occupying the same space.
Yeah, and I think the points where it fell apart for Venomcrest are the transitions, the moment where it slows down, where you have to be slightly more, where you have slightly more time to think. And Venomcrest seemed to do really well when their opponents have no time to think, and they've already done the thinking because they've been sitting there cooking up this insanity. And so, of course, the moment you're then, you win mid with a pyro and a heavy, great. Your opponent is then sitting on their second saying, well, okay, push us.
I think I'm just a little bit disappointed in my heart because I felt that, the hope there where they won those first 3 ETF2L points, and I was like, it's possible, it's doable. They had a strong mid, and it just kind of like turned to ash in my mouth. Well, I'll learn from my lessons. I'll never get hope again. All right, J Max, we kind of finished the whole evening quite quickly, so I think there's still a couple of other games going off. Am I right?
I assume there are, yes. I believe that we still have Full Fence versus Anticide still going on our mainstream. Do you have any final words to add?
No, I think we just got obviously some more streams upcoming. I think there's another game that's going to be happening on Sunday, and yeah, that'll be exciting. And then we've got LAN, so that'll be fun as well.
Oh yes, everything is happening in the next week and a half. There is. If you're not excited for LAN, then get out. I don't want to know you. Get hype.
All right, let's.
Well, I'm .tf.
We're circling the drain here. Let's end this stream. Let's send those people over to the Full Fence game. We'll see you guys soon enough next time.
See you at LAN.